tongue. Beef tongue. It tastes good. It just tastes like good beef. But it feels like I'm chewing on my own tongue. Right?
No. Well, it's not the first time I have someone else's tongue. Yeah.
Well, you know. Yummy. Beef tongue is good. I've decided. Well, what is this? Scallop. Why does it look like this? This is what they're supposed to look like?
Yeah.
They just killed it like 5 minutes ago. Fresh scallop. Doesn't look like any scallop I've ever had in my life. Yeah, that's delicious. For some real Japanese sushi. It showed up, it looks gorgeous. They prepared it right in front of us. It's beautiful. And I'm excited to eat it. I also ordered some weird stuff, so we'll see how that goes too. I don't really know what any of these are. I just go off of color. So this is the whitefish. I think tuna, but I really don't know. Redfish. I don't know which. Again. So good. The fish is as if they just plucked it from the ocean, which is coincidentally right outside the window. Salmon is easily my favorite sushi, so I'm really looking forward to this. Wasabi. Oh my god, that was good. This is squid guts in a hand roll. I ordered it because it's the weirdest looking thing on the menu. I'm not terribly excited about it. I have no idea what to expect. It looks gross. So, bon appetit. I'm gonna have to spit it out because I might vomit soon. Cannot be a popular menu item. Okay, there's no napkins, so I don't really know what to do. I gotta find a bathroom. This is not a good choice. That was hard to deal with because the chef was directly on the other side of the camera watching me try and eat it. I didn't want to make eye contact. There was no napkins. I couldn't spit it out. So I had to walk all the way down the hallway and spit it out in the toilet around the corner. So that was very challenging. Senso-Ji Temple in Tokyo, Japan. And as you can see behind me, it is beautiful. Just the architecture, let alone all of the history. It was built in 645. The year 645. There's a whole digit missing off of that to where we are in history now. This is the biggest temple and shrine in all of Tokyo. It is wildly historic, very, very iconic. Behind me, you see all of the markets that they have at Senso-Ji. It's all of these stores lined all the way down this road on both sides in most places. There's a ton of shopping. It's great for tourists. Apparently you can find a kimono that fits a grown adult my size, 6'1". If you're looking for one, this is the place to be. They are all closed now because it's sundown. This is a deity sculpted in 1964. It weighs almost 1,000 kilograms. He is supposed to be a guardian of this temple. He looks pretty pissed, but also kind of sassy with that hand out there like that. This pretty sassy statue. I don't know who this guy was. Clearly he was important, and it looks like he had pet dragons. So that's pretty cool. I kind of envy the guy. I wish I had a statue made of me. I also wish I had pet dragons. This is a Buddhist temple. I was a little alarmed when I saw the swastika, but I remembered reading a while back and completely felt stupid. But the swastika used to be a sign of peace and had a completely different meaning until the Nazis flipped it, and the mirror image is actually the one you need to be worried about. You can see the Buddhist temple behind me. This is Senso-Ji. It's wildly historical, and it's just incredible to be in a place like this. I'm told that occasionally, if you're lucky, you might catch a monk just hanging out on the steps. We were not so lucky. I saw this before and I never understood it. I figured it out now. This is a fortune-telling kind of system. So you pay your 100 yen, which is, $1. So not a steep price to know your future. And then from that, you're going to draw a stick from this box. Your stick is going to match something on one of these drawers, and then you're going to find your fortune. Regardless of your fortune, you tie it off on these strings and hope that the good fortunes come true. But you can get a bad fortune. But it says very spiritually, if you have a bad fortune, you should tenaciously do your best as you can carve out your own fortune. Boom, Buddhism. So now I gotta figure out what my fortune says. Help. Senso-Ji. This temple we're at. It's one of the only places that has English translations on these fortunes, so I have a regular fortune. I can't read it to you because I risk it not coming true, but I'll read it myself. I'll tie it off on one of these ropes, and then maybe I'll have regular fortune, which just kind of seems like I'm going to continue on doing what I'm doing. But hey, how did you fold yours? How did you fold it so you could tie it? Just like this, in the line? Like that? Like that? Yeah. Just over and over. Don't read my fortune, okay? Mine's regular, so average. I'm a pretty good folder. It's like origami, but simpler. Nailed it. Buddhist temple is supposed to be a very peaceful place, but it's made a little bit less so by these two hoodlums behind me. We're chasing each other around with nunchucks, hitting each other relentlessly. I assume brothers, otherwise maybe the police will be called out. This week we're going to talk about operating respectfully in an honor-based country. Culture in Japan is based heavily on respect and honor. My concern has always been to offend people living in Japan and not being aware of it. I had heard a lot of rumors about tattoos, that people in Japan were very, very cautious about tattoos, and that is a prejudice that does exist. There are a number of services such as onsens, which are big natural spas, that will not allow you to enter if you have tattoos. If you want to be extra careful and cautious about being respectful to this custom, you might want to cover up your tattoos. I do know people who have them on their calves and will just wear kind of compression sleeves the entire time. As long as you're making an effort, they're going to understand that and they're going to respect you for it. We can also discuss chopstick etiquette. I've heard a couple of different things and finally got clarification on some of them. You never ever ever want to jam your chopsticks into a bowl of rice, and I found out why. It actually is a symbol of an offering in terms of a grave, I guess kind of like a tombstone. So you never want to ever stick two chopsticks straight down into your bowl of rice. You also never want to pass things from one set of chopsticks to the other, maybe passing food to a partner. You don't do that. It's another thing associated with this funeral. Finally, you never want to take your chopsticks off and grind them one on top of the other to get off all of the splinters. It implies that there's a low quality of those chopsticks, and you don't want to be offensive in that manner. Now, of course, if you're going to get them from the 7-Eleven and they are low quality, you're going to want to shave those off because I've gotten splinters, and that sucks. Just do your best. Honestly, the great deal of the population understands that tourists don't necessarily know their culture inside and out. If you want to play the tourist card, you can get away with a lot. I don't recommend it because, I'm the type of person that wants to be respectful at every turn. If you've made it this far, you've clearly enjoyed yourself. Why not hit the like and subscribe buttons on this video to see another video just like this one every Thursday? And as always, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And keep track of me as I travel all over the world. You'll see a lot of extra content there, as sometimes I will see things that don't necessarily make it to the video.